Does trauma or stress or any high emotional situation affect the paranormal? I wonder because there's so many times in my life when I've been in very kind of tricky situations, whether it be me being a classic moody teenager to me dealing with bullies at school or dealing with a lot of family issues at home or dealing with the repercussions of an accident many years ago or losing a loved one. I do know that at times in my life when things have been quite testing, I've experienced interesting activity around the house, which only makes me think, okay, well, is it psychic activity rather than spiritual or a ghost or whatever it may be? There are times when I remember going through a very bad period of bullying when I was a teenager. It was quite intense. I had pretty much next to no one to turn to. Even my parents couldn't quite help me. It was just endless. And at the time of feeling lost, I would often retreat to my room. And in my room, that's where I'd experience very strange activity, where I'd hear strange noises in the room during the night. I'd hear kind of voices and music in the middle of the night as well. I'd see objects moving, and eventually it all built up to a point where a lot of activity was focusing in a particular corner of the room. I get certain smells, and there was one point where I remember it being so bad that reality itself distorted. The room itself looked like night, even though it was the middle of the day. And I saw everything swirling towards this vortex in obviously the left hand side of my room around where this cupboard was. And that freaked me out. That was a horrible, horrible experience. And at the time, I couldn't explain it. It seemed to be linked to a number of different events. But looking back at it now, it seemed to perfectly align with a very intense period of my life. And even a few years later, when I was dealing with the death of a loved one, activity was happening in my house at the time. It was intensifying, where again I was seeing objects move, voices, again music, and various different things. And I have considered the fact that is it a psychological thing? Okay, am I so stressed that I'm perceiving things that way? Am I kind of expecting messages to come out of nothing ultimately? But yeah, this is hopefully part of a bigger conversation which we hope to have in future episodes of our podcast. And I'd love to hear from you. Are there particular instances where you believe that high levels of stress have affected your interactions with the paranormal world? Or do you think it's all just in the mind? Is it all psychological? So, to me, I know a few instances I've shared them with other people, so there have been multiple different viewers. That's when it begins to be something quite, real. So yeah, I hope to be part of this bigger conversation. And like I say, just let me know your thoughts. And I'd love to hear your stories in future episodes as we know the unknown. Take care. Stand out.